Question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors.
Oh, Canada. Holy smokes. I don't think they've slept yet. Oh, Canada, that was something else. Put it second only to Joe Carter 32 years ago in the history of Toronto baseball. And probably Canadian baseball, I would imagine. I'm not sure the Expos ever had a bigger hit than that. George Springer off of Edward Bazardo, 7th inning, gone. A series-winning hit in the 7th inning, down 3-1, up 4-3. One swing of the stick from a guy who they weren't sure was going to be able to go because he got hit on the knee a few games back and supposedly yesterday could barely walk. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. I'm Jeff Sabieta. He is JJ Buck. JJ, it's up there with the great moments in postseason baseball. It just is. Whether that's your team, whether it's not your team, it really doesn't matter to me. A guy comes up in a situation like that and clutches like that, and a guy who has been clutch his whole postseason career. You remember George Springer as part of those Astros teams that maybe you despise, and that's fine. I don't know that they were banging any trash cans yesterday, nor were there accusations of that. But a guy who has that in his history, in his repertoire, in his veins, evidently, and we can have a conversation. Should they have gone to Bazardo, who threw 2 innings the day before? Should they have gone to someone more fresh? Dan Wilson's going to have to live with that the rest of his life. But the Mariners so close, and I mean, my Mariner friends are crushed, dude. Like literally crushed, because it was so close for the first time and still never. And it's going to be an all-blue World Series, Doyer blue and Blue Jay.
Yeah, there's going to be shades of blue somehow, some way in that World Series, and you lose the Game 7, you're going to be crushed. It's going to linger. It's going to sting for a long time as a fan when you're that close away, especially when we're talking the conference finals, championship series, a step away from playing for a World Series title, Super Bowl, you name it. And for Seattle, yes, there's always going to be that question when you're late in a Game 7. Did you make the right call? Got to make the pitch. But George Springer is a dude that the last couple of years has rebounded. After Houston, he struggled a bit, but he's found his form really nicely this year. And it's one thing. You look at those guys, that core for Houston, yeah, there's drama, man. There's not even allegations, right? They went through it, but then you take a step back and go, man, these dudes are good. Like they're producing there. They're producing away from that, with all eyes on them. And Springer comes up in a big moment. He's no stranger to that. And to hit a go-ahead home run late when you're trailing by multiple runs, not many people have done that in postseason history, 7th inning or later.
No, and it's the second guy to do it there. Of course, 1993, it was Game 6 of the World Series, and it was a walk-off to win the World Series. Joe Carter off of Mitch Williams of the Phillies, one of the most iconic home runs in baseball's postseason history. I mean, it's right up there, pick it. Mazeroski or Kirk Gibson or whichever, Reggie Jackson hitting 3, whichever. Or I think Ohtani's probably in the mix now for what he did on Friday night. But this one will go down in lore. JJ, I'm not going to lie. So I was in the car. I was coming back from dinner. I listened to it on the radio, and then I went back and saw it. But we're watching kind of the phone and TV in the bar the whole time. And it was, I got a soft spot for the Mariners. I spent 5 years up in Washington State, covered them. I've got a lot of friends who are Mariner fans, and so I was kind of pulling that way. But they went to the break and came back and said that Dan Wilson went to Bazardo instead. And I'm like, didn't he just pitch? Didn't he go 2 innings the other day? And he's like, and Bazardo, who went 2 innings just yesterday. And I'm like, okay. And they went to him over the closer, over Senor Smoke. And I get it. You got Andres Munoz back there, and he's your closer. You're probably figuring maybe I can ask him to get 5 or 6 outs. I'll bring him in the next inning. But you got to have a lead now to hand over to your closer. and you brought in look. Would Luzardo have given up the home run if he hadn't pitched in 3 days? I have no idea. Nobody will ever know that. And Dan Wilson's going to have to live with that the rest of his life, I guess. But they're 8 outs away. Is that too much to ask your closer? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. But the first one goes inside because they pitched Springer inside. And the second one was a two-seamer that caught way too much of the plate and gone. Were you surprised they brought Luzardo in?
No,
That's his spot.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? With all these bullpen moves, you can question them, but these guys got them here.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Like, I'm not thinking, oh, my closer's coming in for an 8-out save right now. I'm thinking, all right, 7th inning, let's get to the 8th, and then I'm sure
If you
he's
think
on
I
the
got a
table.
guy who threw 2 innings, who's normally a 1-inning guy that threw 2 innings yesterday, and I'm asking him to go out and get a huge out here? Does that cross your mind? Obviously, it didn't cross Dan Wilson's mind. But I mean, does that cross your right? I mean, I threw him. Here's the guy. He's a 1-inning guy, right? He's my 7th
he
inning
threw
guy.
15 pitches.
Yeah. Is that all it was?
into it.
All right, fair enough. No, that's fair. That's totally fair. You know, I mean, innings aren't all the same. That's totally fair. Springer has hit 19 postseason home runs over 5 different playoffs. The other 4 playoffs were, with different teams. He signed a 6-year, under $50 million deal in January 2021. So is he done? Is he a free agent, Springer? Because whatever, if he is, he made himself a lot of money.
Well, because, you know, it was the Twins,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he's really rebounded the last couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, they're spending money up there. Vladimir Guerrero, who his deal is 14 years, $500 million. He signed with the Blue Jays when he was 16 years old. He was in tears on the field. That was a big deal, man. That was a big deal for that franchise. And look, Dodger fan, you better get used to this. This is one of those where that was the team with the best record, right? Was this the 1 seed? Right? They tied with the Yankees for the American League East. They're the best record of the American League. I get it. You just went through the best record of the National League, 4-0. You may not know a bunch of these games, but you will by Saturday and Sunday. Right? You play Friday and Saturday in Toronto. Toronto's got home field advantage, and then go back to LA for 3. And those fans are bombers out there. There was a moment, man. I'll tell you what, the baseball playoffs have given you something, haven't they?
They do not disappoint. Postseason anything is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, that's right. We always sit here and talk about the hockey. But the baseball, like when we watched Friday night with Ohtani, you will never forget. And I'm not sure if, where were you? Like, where were you when did you see the Springer home run live? Were you watching it? Were you on the football? Were you flipping? Where were you? Because that's one of those you'll remember where you were kind of bombs, wasn't it?
I was in the same situation you were.
Yeah, you were in the car? Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember. I was sitting at the stoplight, man. I was right there on Louisiana getting ready to get on the freeway. I was in at the red light in the left turn lane. And listened to it on the radio. I'm like, oh, my good Lord, did that just happen? And you could hear it in the play-by-play guy's voice, right? There's a drive. There's something different in it. So, all right, react to that because the baseball playoffs, the World Series is set. Dodgers and Jays, and you're getting in at 505-246-0610. And your emails come in, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ's on the X. It's _JJ Buck. We're on TV. Adrian's got us going on Xfinity Channel 26 on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, and on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. I just think the baseball playoffs have been phenomenal. Where do you want me to go? You want me to break? I got a break, and then we'll come to the phones when we get back, and then we'll get into football as well. But it's been phenomenal. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Now.
The season's underway, and there's no better...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982.
Presented by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub.
Dodgers and Blue Jays are your World Series after Toronto with a dramatic win up in Ontario yesterday. 4-3, they beat the Mariners. George Springer with a 3-run home run off of Edward Bazardo. And the Mariners fly back to Seattle with years and years and years worth of pain still attached to that club. We'll have football for you coming up this week. We start you on Thursdays. We always do with the Thursday Night Football, the NFL coverage on these sports channels presented by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub. Now open in the Winrock Town Center. Last night, Lions beat the Bucks 24-9. Seahawks over the Texans 27-19. We'll get there as well. Larry, good morning. 505-246-0610 is how you get in. Hello, Larry. How you living?
Good morning, fellas. Thanks for taking my call. Haven't talked to you in a minute or so, but
good to hear you.
Wanted to touch on the game last night. Dodger fan here, married to a Yankee fan, so baseball fanatic, and I watch a lot of baseball. The postseason's a different animal. You said that those fans are bonkers. They're bonkers during the playoffs, kind of like the Padres. They're fair weather fans. So we'll see how that goes. They don't travel very well. Granted, it's cross country, but that is a team that's a little bit scary. I think the Dodgers are going to match them really, really well. I was trying to flip over back and forth, and then I put up both screens on the TV, and when I saw George coming out, I was like, well, let's go ahead and go single screen, and sure enough, he did what he was supposed to do. And it crushed me, man, to be honest with you. I didn't have a dog in the fight. I didn't care. I thought I didn't care, but I'll never use the word hate. I don't hate anybody. There's just too much of that. But I dislike this team because I'm a hockey fan too. And after the Five Nations, man, I just don't want to see Canada have a whole lot of success, especially against my Dodgers. So I think we're going to match up really, really well. I think that Dodger fans are going to travel. I think we're going to see a lot of Dodger blue in old Canada. And I really think, for me, in Game 5 of the Dodgers deal the other night, watching Kike get that little smack over into right field, that was a reminder that guy can step up at any time and have the big hit playing small ball. And right behind him, there's a whole lineup of guys that can do it. And unfortunately, I don't think the AL, the top 3 or 4 teams in the AL, whether it be the Mariners, the Yankees, or Toronto, I don't think they can match up with the NL really, really well. Now, I know you guys are sitting there going, well, you sound like a typical fan, but I watch a lot of baseball. I do, and I watched a lot of Toronto baseball, and I like the matchup, guys. It's as a Dodger fan, I really, really like the matchup. I know postseason's a different animal, and there's a lot of danger, but I'll take the comments off. Also want to wish, as a UNM supporter, I do want to wish the Aggies best of luck tomorrow night. I hope they stump a mud hole in that team. And the last thing I want to say is a couple weeks ago, a guy by the name of Wet Dirt sent in an email saying that you guys don't need to be covering NMSU, so on and so forth. And I think he even made a comment, or one of them guys made a comment that, of course, you're the best sports, you're the only sports team, whatever. For those types of guys, those types of listeners, I would say, you know what, guys? Life's about options. If you don't like it, turn on the television, watch ESPN, download an app, and listen to a different radio show. But until something better for them guys comes along, I would say the 610, the sports animal, is still the ticket for all of us New Mexico fans, not just Lobo fans. So you guys just keep doing you. We appreciate you guys, and have a great day.
Thanks, Larry. I appreciate you. That's somewhat funny to me. I don't have the hate for the Canada thing. It's funny though how he's got the hate for the Canada, but he's a Lobo fan and he's down with the Aggies. So I appreciate it. Obviously something happened there. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun World Series. It's gonna be a fun World Series, and I think, you know, if you don't know about Toronto, you're gonna learn about Toronto. You're gonna learn about their pitching, but more so, JJ, they mash all year long. They have scored runs. And I think that's what people are going to start learning up and down that lineup. It's not just going to be Guerrero and Springer, guys you know about, but it's going to be up and down a lineup, and you're going to be looking at it and just going, okay, who's this dude? Oh, damn. Who's that dude? Oh, wait, what are his numbers in the postseason? What did he hit all year long? Whether it's Lukes or Kirk or Marshall, right? And, you know, Connor Falefa. You're going to go up and down that lineup and just go, okay, you're going to learn. Now,
well, they're in the World Series for a reason.
100%. But how much Toronto baseball does?
No, but it's not. You know, this is the series that it's at starting pitching for the Dodgers, because you know they have the offense. Can you consistently hit against that Dodger starting pitching, which is an absolute another level, which has been record-setting this entire postseason? Vladimir Guerrero can be making $1 billion right now, but the Dodgers have made good offenses look silly all postseason long.
Yep, I think all that's right. And if the Dodgers starting like they've shut down everybody in front of them, and we're gonna watch this. But let's see where they are. All right, 505-246-0610. Why don't we do that? Let's break here. We'll turn the page, hit some football when we get back, because you had two really interesting games last night. The Lions and Bucks was something. Jahmyr Gibbs went bonkers last night. Seahawks and Texans. Did that prove something to you about Seattle? Where do you have Seattle? When you look at the NFC West standings, Like you tell me what you think the best division is in baseball. So we get there, 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Zone.
This
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
All right, let's go. 505-246-0610. That's the email. That's the phone number on the text line. Steve says, gents, I used to travel to Canada for work, and the sports highlights for next year will show that winning game last night until next season. They're Blue Jay crazy. Yeah. Because the Maple Leafs haven't been very good, right? What have the Maple Leafs done for a long time? Canadiens haven't done squat. Yeah, they got this. All right, Steven, good morning. Thanks for holding. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Steven.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. A couple of things, baseball and Lobos, just real quick. I wanted to talk a little bit about Dave Roberts and his stupid comment about ruining baseball, but I don't really care, about the Dodgers if they win again. But I think it brings to light it's time. It is time for a salary cap in baseball. It's just time. There's too many teams out there that really don't stand a chance with their payroll and what they can pay. Can you imagine if the Denver Broncos if we didn't have a salary cap in football, what the Denver Broncos under the Walton family could do, or some of these other teams that are just super rich? I mean, that's what makes football, a little bit more watchable. I love baseball. I'm a baseball purist. I'm a Red Sox fan. I absolutely love baseball. But, God, I just hate to see championships being bought. It really just gets at me. And I don't blame the Dodgers. They have the money. They can do it. But baseball's got to do something. They've got to get a better revenue sharing in there. And it's just time. It's time to make this, more watchable. You agree with that?
Well, I look at the Yankees. I look at the Red Sox. I look at there's the Cubs. There's a lot of teams that spend. There are, and they're not here. And the Dodgers spend, and they win the division every year. We had this conversation a few weeks ago. I think the Dodgers spend wisely. They develop. They do a lot of things really well besides spend. Do they have an advantage? Yeah, they do. The market in which they play, their local television rights deal is ridiculous. Is it inequitable? I believe it to be, but not as inequitable. I mean, the Mets spend as much money as the Dodgers do, and where are the Mets every year? The Yankees spend as much money as the Dodgers do. Where are they? The Red Sox, the Cubs. There's teams who spend. Now, do the Pirates, the Orioles, the Royals on a year-in, year-out basis have a chance? Probably not, and I wouldn't have a problem that if it was more equitable, because that's something that I love about the NFL is that you can have a team turn this thing around in 2 years. I don't hate the concept, but I don't believe that the Dodgers are there year in and year out only because they spend. Partially, certainly, but I think they spend wisely. They develop. They make, for the most part, really, really good decisions because, Stephen, they're not the only ones who are spending a boatload of money.
Right, but when Ohtani came up, nobody else could have thrown that kind of money into nobody. Not the Yankees, not the Red Sox. Nobody even stood a chance when the Dodgers decided to get in that race. I don't know. I don't think it's ever going to happen. But man, I love baseball, and I don't know that I'm going to watch this. I don't know that I care enough to watch. I really,
fair enough.
I could care less about the Blue Jays. Hey, it's Bronco Hate Week, and I just want to remind you guys of that. That we're going to let Bronco Mendenhall have it. I put together a video and I put it up on Twitter. I had a good time. It's called the Liar video.
I did see it.
Just look up Lobos for Life. I had a good time putting up that.
Yeah, it's good. Well done.
Bronco hate video.
Well done. I saw it yesterday. All right, man. Thanks. Don't be a stranger. Where are you on the spending thing? The Dodgers got creative on the Ohtani thing. It's $700 million, but it's spread over 30 or 40 years.
It's an insane deal, and they got Ohtani to agree to it, and they have the money to back it up. I am one that if baseball wanted to make a change, I would be fine with it. But I also don't look at it and say, well, just because X, Y, and Z happens, I want to see it change. Because the Dodgers do a lot of good drafting and developing along the way. They pay the right pieces. Now, what you can say with teams like that is mistakes don't hurt them. Whereas these other teams,
That's fair.
like
Yeah,
the mistakes, if you miss on one guy, it hurts you a lot more than, say, the Dodgers.
Like when the Rockies signed Chris.
Chris Bryant.
Right. I mean, it just killed them. It crippled them financially. Look, the Dodgers deal, we hear about Bobby Bonilla Day every July 1st where Bobby Bonilla gets $1 million. Shohei's going to – it's going to be Shohei Day for decades after this, and the Dodgers found a way to do that. The other thing that I've read a number of times on the Ohtani deal, now maybe you can only do this in Los Angeles. I don't know if it works in Kansas City. But supposedly the Dodgers have made their $700 million back. And if you look around Dodger Stadium, you see the amount of Japanese companies that are advertised, right? You see whether it's in Japanese or it's Japanese companies on billboards, on outfield signs, all that, and on jersey sales. Like I've read they've already made the $700 million back, and they're spreading the $700 million over X number of years, like decades. I'm going to imagine that's going to be a pattern or at least a model for teams to follow in the future. Yeah, look, Steven's not wrong. I love baseball, and it is inequitable. One of the things I love about the NFL is the Giants can go beat the Broncos. No, they didn't. But the Jets can go beat the Lions one day. They can turn things around. Like the Lions were bad forever, and they can turn it around because they've got a revenue share. They've got a salary cap. It's theoretically on a level playing field. Yeah, no, I do enjoy it. I do. However, baseball isn't that way. Let me find this. I'm gonna find this for you because I want to know: did the Dodgers have the number one payroll this year? Is that right? Here, Major League Baseball payrolls this year. Do you know who had the highest? I mean, I got it.
Mets.
The Mets had the highest payroll. What did the Mets do? Last I checked, they did not make the playoffs. Then it was the Dodgers, playoffs, Yankees, playoffs, Phillies, playoffs, Blue Jays, World Series, Rangers didn't make the playoffs, Astros didn't make the playoffs, Braves didn't make the playoffs, Padres, and Cubs, rounding out the top 10. So what is that? 4 of the top 10 didn't make the playoffs? I mean, okay. So spending is directly correlated, right? The Rangers, the Astros, the Braves, and the Mets didn't make the playoffs. And how many teams make the playoff? 14. So 6 of the 14 were in the top 10. Now, how many of them were in the bottom 10? None. No, 1. The Reds. From bottom up, Marlins had the lowest payroll. And here's the difference, and it is gigantic. The Marlins' payroll was $67,400. Their whole payroll. The Mets was $323 million. Dodgers $321 million. I mean, that's a chasm. So Steven's not wrong. There should be a floor. I believe there should be a floor. You have to spend X number of dollars in payroll. You have to try. This was a big deal with Pittsburgh a few years ago. That the owners are just profiting and putting their money away. But from the bottom up, 30 was Marlins, the Athletics, Tampa, White Sox, Pirates, Guardians, Nationals, Brewers, Reds, Rockies. Yeah, correlate.
Yeah, with not having a spending floor, but then also you can spend whatever you want. I do think that means there are more owners that are just more willing to eat it as long as they're making money.
100%. No, I think that's absolutely.
Yeah, we're just gonna
and
get by, and we're a Major League Baseball team, but it's gonna be a minor league environment because people are just gonna come out to the ballpark all year
and try to catch lightning in a bottle one year and make a run like the Royals did a couple years back, right? Or the Marlins do once every 15 years. I mean, I look at the bottom 10. Rockies, it's been a long time. Reds been a long time. Brewers have the best record in the National League. The 23rd out of 30 highest salary. Nationals have won. Cleveland's had some runs. Pirates haven't. White Sox haven't. Rays have had their runs. Athletics and Marlins. Be interesting to see what happens with the Athletics when they go to Vegas, too. Zach Shane. Yeah, Stephen, it's a fair conversation. It's a fair conversation. Dodgers have the second highest payroll. Blue Jays have the fifth. They're in the World Series. 505-246-0610. You get in on what Tony Sanchez had to say. Steven said it's Bronco hate week. Call it what you will. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We didn't break any rules, but then you look at it and go, yeah, we...
Give me the F part. So where did they skirt?
Because it's only the Dodgers. Maybe the Yankees.
Okay.
Like, there's still that a small amount of franchise. Like players not going to take that deal from...
The Royals?
The Royals.
The Rockies?
The Rock. Yeah, like that's...
Because why? Because they didn't think the money's going to be there in 20 years, 30 years?
Like, he's making $2 million.
He's making $2 million on his current baseball deal. His endorsements are bonkers. I mean, he's making and it's enough to cover. And I got all your gambling stuff, and they pinned it on the Interpreter, and cool. Whether it was him, then it'll come out. I mean, didn't the Interpreter go down for this? Isn't he in jail?
Yeah, he took the fall.
Yeah. Well, and we don't know. I mean, everybody's got their opinion. Oh, it had to be Shohei. He had to be. Oh, okay, maybe it was.
And I'm sure there's a nice chunk of change for him at the end for taking the fall for the greatest baseball player of all time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. Nor do you, by the way. Although you're completely convinced. This one says it's from Ronnie. Jeff and JJ tired of people blaming the Dodgers for other cheap owners. If Mookie, Glasnow, Snell, Freddie were paid by non-cheap owners, they wouldn't be Dodgers. The Red Sox could have afforded to keep Mookie Betts, right?
Yeah. They're playing within the system.
They just have more.
Yeah. But you can't also sit there and deny that they can cover up more mistakes than a ton of...
Never denied it.
Yeah, but so how are we supposed to have this conversation? You know, Dodger fans are going to say bleep off.
Well,
but it's the reality.
I guess the conversation comes to when it says they cheated the system by deferring Ohtani's contract. I don't believe they cheated the system. They found another way within the system to pay the man $700 million. It's going to be over, 20, 30 years.
No, it's 10 years.
Is it only 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a 10-year, $700 million deal, but if they're paying him $2 million a year, they deferred this money over, like, it's the Bobby Bonilla kind of thing. Did the Mets cheat the system when they deferred Bobby Bonilla's payments all those years ago? Was that cheating the system?
That is a completely different thing. You're paying for someone to go away.
Right.
But there, and then you can still have that salary cap
there's
room.
No salary cap.
But you know what I mean. There's money that you can invest immediately in other players that are not going to defer.
Right. Okay, so I'm somebody's got to help me on the cheating part. Yeah, they got creative.
So you can't call it cheating.
Well, that's the word. It's right here.
Okay, but it's not cheating. It's creative, and I don't.
Yeah, not everybody can do it. Do they have advantages by being in the second biggest market? Yeah, but I'm going to go back to this, and you and I had this conversation I think in the break room the other day. They spend really well. Yeah, they make a few mistakes here and there, but they develop. They find, like, where did Max Muncy come from? They didn't buy Max Muncy. The A's cut him loose. They found Max Muncy. Where'd Kike Hernandez come from? Right? He keeps getting released by other teams and finding his way back to L.A. Right? Yeah, they got their Freddie Freemans, and Ohtani and Mookie were other people's prizes that went free agent and they paid. Yes, 100% because they can. Which, by the way, is within the rules. Until baseball, like that last caller wanted, changes the rules and says, hey, there's a salary cap, which I get it, and I'm okay with that because I think it would be more competitive. But they're just doing it better than everybody else is doing. They're doing it better than the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Cubs, the Braves, all these big market teams, the Angels, who can afford to do it. The Rangers,
so this is
the Astros.
confusing to me.
Yeah.
If this a no cap league, why did they have to defer money to get flexibility?
I think it was just a finance thing. We're going to pay you over time. He was probably stoked with it because he's got all that stability. He didn't need all the money now, and then they got more money to spend now.
But why did that? That's what's confusing to me. If there's no cap, why do you need more money to spend now?
Well, you have to have.
So you are able to do something that I don't think teams should be able to do.
Yeah, but they are. But they are able. I mean, whether you think they're able, they are. It's within the rule. But I hear what you're saying. But it's within the rules.
Yeah, so in 2043, Shohei Ohtani is going to be counting as $68 million for the Dodgers.
Now, what do you do if you change the rules then? Let's just say in 2032 they put in a salary cap.
Are they still going to have to pay him?
No, they're going to have to pay him. Mm-hmm. But does what he's making count against their cap? At that point, that's got to be grandfathered out, right?
Yeah.
So how much in 2042 he'll make how much?
$68 million.
Yeah. I mean, for him, he's stoked, man. You figure I'm going to be around, and my family's going to be around, and everybody wins. He's making plenty of money now between New Balance and all his Japanese endorsements and the money that he's made. I hear you. Oh, well, he lost all that money gambling every day. All right, whatever. Maybe, maybe not. I can't wait to hear what really happened. This is from David on Major League Baseball spending. It says, what a joke. A Red Sox fan complaining about other teams' spending. Was he complaining when they were winning titles because they were spending as much or more than anyone else back then? Be mad at your own team for trading bets away. That was stupid. And the Blue Jays were about to announce that they were going to sign Ohtani. So they were throwing Dodger money at him. By the way, the Blue Jays are top 5 in spending. That's correct. So hate them as well. If you don't like to watch good baseball, then don't watch. You got choices, right? Before you complain, go through each of their starters and see how the Dodgers got them. And most of them were traded or given up on by other teams. And the rest were guys they drafted and developed. Bad takes. The Dodgers spend more of a percentage of what they make on their players than any of those other teams. They reinvest in their players rather than hoard the money and profit from it. The teams you feel sorry for don't reinvest back in their players, and their fans don't support their teams the way Dodger fans do and always have. 4 million fans through the gates this year. There's a huge part of your revenue. David's right. Now, everybody doesn't have that support, so we're not playing on a level playing field.
The only thing I don't think should happen is the deferred contract because that.
Okay.
So Major League Baseball does have a luxury tax, and so that avoids the Dodgers having to pay taxes on their roster by being able to have that many star players on it.
Again, I mean, it's creative. It's not illegal. Are we playing semantics? I mean, it's creative. It's not against
it's creative,
the rules.
but that is a problem.
Okay, then
that is a problem.
Then go in and then in the offseason, the Major League Baseball owners, if it's a problem, they should go in and fix it.
Other than that, they're doing what everyone is doing, which yes,
they're just doing it better.
But if baseball has a tax and you're skirting tax rules, that to me is just a loophole. I'm not saying you're cheating or anything, but that is okay without capping these teams because I don't think baseball is ever going to have a salary cap. That would be the one thing I'll say. Okay, the Shohei Ohtani counting $2 million towards your cap.
They're starting pitching. So Yamamoto, would they spend like $25 million for his rights, and then they gave him $1 zillion. But Kershaw came up there. Where'd Glasnow come?
Tampa Bay.
That's right. Snell came from everywhere. I think most recently San Diego, if that's not mistaken. Ohtani came from the Yankees. Sasaki, I don't think was anywhere before that.
He was a player overseas.
Yeah. I shouldn't say anywhere. Yeah. Will Smith through their farm system. Who wanted Tommy Edman? Nobody did. Who wanted?
Tommy Edman was a good player in St. Louis. They just weren't good, so they traded him.
Yeah.
Wanted Tommy Edman.
They traded him. I'm going to tell you, I get it. They got more resources, and your point is dead on. They can afford to make more mistakes. But the word, when you say, well, they're cheating, I don't see where they're cheating. They're creative within the rules, and they found a way to spread that money out over 3 decades, 2 decades.
Yeah, so it kicks in. So the deal really gets spicy in 2034, and then it's 9 years of
and he'll be
Shohei
retired by
making $68 million a year.
Yeah, and he'll, what was he, 30-something now? Right, so he'll be retired by then or close to it. Where do they list him? They list him as a pitcher, an infielder, an outfielder. Where the hell do they list Shohei Ohtani? I don't even. Honestly, where the hell is he on this roster? How old is Shohei Ohtani? He's got to be on the roster. There he is. Designated. He's 31. So in 9 years, he's maybe still going at 40, but he's just about done.
And he's hitting bombs still at 40.
Yeah, but that's when he starts.
I appreciate the Dodgers because they invest and they have the fan base, and it is one of the best of baseball. That's understandable, and I praise the Dodgers forever. Because how many times have we had this conversation? Oh, Dodgers lost 3 games in a row. Let's fire Dave Roberts. Like, shut up. Like just stop. And they're not alone. The Yankees, the Red Sox, everyone can spend money. But the question was brought up about the salary cap. And does baseball need it or not? And I don't think baseball's ever going to have it.
I don't think they are either.
But I'm not accusing the Dodgers of cheating. I'm saying if you keep, when there is a tax and you can skirt the taxes in the sport, does that need to be addressed?
By the way, I just looked at his number. Sometimes I'm stunned. He hit 282 with 55 homers and 102 RBI.
Best player ever.
All right, 505-246-0610. Dodger fan, you can get in and defend your team. Dodger haters, you can take your shot. You're not going to get me over to your side if you tell me they're cheating. They're doing it better than everybody else is doing it. Yankees have as much money. The Mets have as much money. The Red Sox, the Braves, the Cubs, the Astros, the Rangers. There's a lot of big market teams out there that have a lot of money. They just don't do it as well. And then the Dodgers got creative within the rules and found a way to pay Ohtani over 20, 30 years, whatever it is. And yeah, they're back again. 505-246-0610. I got a chair to watch baseball in. I got my own cozy custom chair from Mustang Home Goods. You can have one as well. Mike Waring made it for me. It's the centerpiece of my office. You can look at it on the Opening Drive Facebook page. Go to the OD in the AM and then get a hold of Mike and schedule a consultation to make some beautiful furniture for you. When you see my chair, the one with the Isleta New Mexico Bowl logo and 3 spots on it, think about your business logo or something that's important to you. And then ask Mike to make something special for you. This isn't just furniture. This is usable art. It will stand out in your home, in your office, wherever it is. Mike's a retired Navy officer, and he pours his heart into creating custom furniture for people of all shapes and sizes. He will make a piece to fit you, and it fits you. He uses adjustable ergonomics to fit you. You don't fit the furniture fits you. You got a back injury or a bad leg, and you can't find a chair that really, really works for you. Mike's going to make it. Not only is it beautiful, it's insanely comfortable. Mustang Home Goods, custom furniture for people of all shapes and sizes. Thinking about a gift for this holiday season for that person who has everything. What can I get? What's going to be beautiful? What's going to be different? This is it, but you got to get in now because this isn't something you just order and it's going to show up on your doorstep in 2 days. This is beautiful, usable art. Get a hold of Mike at Mustang Home Goods. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com, bounce around the website, look at the beautiful furniture that he has created. Then call him at 505-418-8070. 508-418-8070. Set up a consultation. Let Mike help you tell your story in your home. It's Mustang Home Goods.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View.
George Springer, 3-run bomb in the 7th inning in Ontario last night. Gene is in. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Gene says, on your Dodgers, Jeff, I'm more interested in how this impacts Albuquerque's AAA franchise since these clubs open the 2026 season against each other. All right, everybody's got their interest, Gene. Everybody's got their focus and how they're interested. Gus says, I'm just sick, Jeffy. Sushan is on with Bobby right now, talking about banana ball. I wish there was that much interest in Albuquerque's baseball team winning this week, Gus. All right, banana ball. I think there's way more interest in the Savannah Bananas winning or losing than the ISO. You're looking at me like you're just stuck.
Well, no one cares if they win or lose. They just want to be entertained.
With banana ball?
Yeah.
I root for the other guys.
Yeah. Like, it's just weekend entertainment.
I always rooted for the Washington Generals, too, because, I'm an alumni of the Washington Generals.
Yeah.
I'm in the stat books. I had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
That's a good stat line.
Yeah, dude. I got that uniform somewhere. It had to be 1992, I'm going to guess, that I played against the Globetrotters for the Washington Generals.
That's so cool.
It's on tape somewhere. I was going through pictures. I showed Addie the picture. Like, there's a few stills of me on the court. She's like, wait, what? You played? That's you? You played against? You have hair? Yeah. Get over the hair thing. Yeah, I played against Washington. That was fun. Dodgers and luxury taxes, David. The Dodgers have been paying the luxury tax for several years, including a record penalty of $103 million for 2004. So your cheap teams are actually getting revenue from the Dodgers. Question, are your favorite team's owners investing that money in your team's players, or are they pocketing it? The answer is the latter. I mean, so the whole design is, all right, so they're paying more. You get money from them, so you should go be able then to invest to help not make it equitable, but somewhat balance the scales a little bit. Are the Rockies going out and using that money? Okay.
They're not getting enough money in revenue sharing to
balance the scales. It's not equitable. Right.
$150 million on their roster. And yes, they've been paying it, and they're able to not pay more because of a deal like this.
Okay.
Which
well, then
is a
change the
loophole,
rules.
which, yes, I think needs to be addressed.
Yeah, they're not doing anything wrong
man.
or illegal. That's all. That's all.
And guess what? As much as people want to complain, like, chill out, Dodgers. You're going to win back-to-back World Series.
Maybe.
Not maybe. There's no way Blue Jays win this World Series. How do they win this World Series?
I mean, it's baseball, dude. They get to the starting pitch and get into the bullpen.
You think that they're going...
I don't think they're going to, but I have to say there's no way they can win. We sat here and said, what was the football game 2 weeks ago? Cowboys, no way the Cowboys could beat the Packers. They didn't. They tied. And then there was another game. There was no way they can win.
We're not talking about the NFL.
It was the Niners. It was the Niners and Rams that Thursday.
Yeah, that's why we like the NFL.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. No, I mean, look, I'm picking the Dodgers, but I to say there's no way, I'm not there yet. Lobo Hobo said the Seattle Manures cooked it. I see what you did there. See, because they're from Washington State and they blew a lead in the 7th inning of Game 7. They're the Manures, not the Mariners, and they cooked it. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. All right. James, you celebrating in Cali today? I mean, with your team that spends $1 zillion and I'm kidding. What's up, man?
Hey, get ready, Toronto. Here comes the Dodgers. Here come the Dodger fans. They're all coming up, man.
Yep.
I know a lot of people they never, been there or whatever, and they're going to go to Toronto. And
are people really going to Toronto for this on 3 days' notice? They're getting themselves up to Toronto?
They're going. A lot of people are going. They've never been there. They want to experience it and all that. So right on. Well,
beautiful.
Go.
Go.
There's yeah. Hey, you know that guy that got he was talking and the lady said she gonna call ICE. You know why he went to the Milwaukee game, right? it was cheaper to go to a Milwaukee game than it is to go to Dodger Stadium.
So it was probably cheaper to fly to Milwaukee, get tickets, than it was to get a ticket at Dodger Stadium.
All right, go Dodgers.
Later.
Go Bruins. Take care, guys.
I'm not sure. I think he's wrong. Like, do you think he's kidding?
Gotta pay these superstars somehow.
I mean, $75 to park. How much is a beer there? You think a beer is more there at the pavilion here to go concert? It's $22 to get a beer out at the pavilion here to go to concert. I think it was about that when I was at what's the arena in Vegas? Was it T-Mobile?
T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, that's what they called it. Yeah, it was $22 for a beer.
Beer is expensive at places.
Yeah, it's bonkers. All right, 505-246-0610. Your emails come in, as they always do. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. You can get in on it. Like everybody's angry or not angry or defensive. Or the rich get richer. The poor get the picture. The bombs never hit you when you're down so low. That's Midnight.
Like, as a Rockies fan, I'm not saying that the taxes are ever going to help benefit Colorado, but I think a big picture from this, do other teams start doing it? Can they do it?
The deferred money?
Yes.
100% if they're in a position.
But I also say, well, what's, like, the bill comes due, right? Or does it ever? Like, is this
yeah,
good
you just told me in 2034 they got to pay him $68 million a year for the next, 10 years?
But I would say, is this good for the sport, where it is one of those situations where I don't have to deal with it? So,
well, so let's say the Dodgers they owe them $700 million. They take out a $250 million bond, and I mean it's going to pay. It's going to pay all this. Like, they've got it figured out. They've got way smarter money people than me that have that. I'm going to guess that money's already there. They've already by multiple reports the $700 million that they owe.
It doesn't matter that to me. It's the fact that like the contract. Like in sport, if we just start deferring money, is that good for the game overall? If teams just are able to start deferring money?
No, it's good for the teams that are going to be able to afford it. So no, is the answer. But as long as what's your concern? You're the Dodgers. My concern is me.
Oh yeah,
this is within the rules.
100%.
I'm not cheating. I'm able to do it. We're going to get creative, and here's what we're going to do. And we're going to get the best player that ever lived. We're going to sign him for 10 years and give him $700 million. And you know what? He's worth every damn nickel. Oh, and by the way, we made all our money back in year one. In sponsorships, in overseas sponsorships, in jersey sales. Yeah, made it all back. Oh, and by the way, we had 4 million fans come through the gates, and we're charging $75 for parking and $22 for rent. And people are coming at 40,000 plus a night. Yep. You know why? Because we're good. B, we're in the biggest market, or the second biggest market in America. I would argue that the Dodgers are one of the top 5 sports brands in the United States. Like, I guess the Yankees are probably the number 1 brand. When I was I remember being in Europe last summer, and I saw a lot of Yankee hats. Every once in a while you see a Dodger hat. But, like, what are the biggest sports brands? Would you tell me Yankees, Cowboys, Lakers, Dodgers?
Yes.
I mean, am I missing something? Am I overestimating something? Right? So, if you can do it, you do it. If you're the Rockies, you're like, damn, dude, we got to play this division? We're going to get our ass kicked every year by them? Kind of. Yeah, it sucks if you're not them. But that's how baseball has set themselves up. Now, if you want to be like the NFL, you've got to model yourself more like the NFL, and they're not. And I don't know that they want to be that way, because every once in a while, oh, look, the Reds were there this year. The Reds made the playoffs. Reds have a bottom 10 payroll. Oh, look, the Royals, they won the World Series.
And no one wants that. Like, as much as people say they want competitive balance, they don't. They want to see the big name teams there, because they'd be complaining if this was Milwaukee's saddle right now.
Giants have a lot of money. Where are the Giants? All right, keep them coming. 505-246-0610. I trust International Protective Service to watch my home. I have for years. I believe in what IPS does. It's affordable private security that you see in your neighborhood, you see in the stores, you see them wherever you go, because property crime is real. And IPS is keeping the bad guys away. When I travel, they come by the house a number of times a day. They'll pick up newspapers and mail. They'll pick up deliveries that are dropped off on the curb so you get them and the porch pirates don't. They'll move the garbage cans from curb to back on garbage day. They catch criminals in the act. They respond within 7 minutes to alarms when they go off of properties which they monitor. They install alarms and camera systems. State-of-the-art facility monitors those cameras 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and your business. So who is watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys, and the good guys are International Protective Service. A quick response to your alarm, standing guards at your business. This is what IPS does, and you sleep better at night. Give them a call, 505-897-2420. Area code 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are 1 Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that
He's shoveling out more money to keep his gambling and real estate issues on the low. Major League Baseball or the Dodgers? For A. Allegedly. I don't know. It's also Bronco Hate Week, as the caller said earlier. This one says, does Bronco come in here Saturday thinking they hate me here, but look what I helped build back up, because one way or another the stands will be full because of them. I don't know if the stands are going to be full. If I gave you an over and under 21,100 people, would you go over under? Right now. You're going under? I see you're patting low.
Yeah. I thought it was crazy when you guys were talking over 20,000 last week.
Well, I said that's what it should be. I didn't think that's what it would be. And I should say more or less. More or less. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Channel. Hello, Rudy.
Good morning. Yeah, Bronco Hate Week continues, but my purpose for calling today was to talk about what I saw Friday, and Max Muncy hit the nail on the head. That was the single greatest performance in the history of baseball by Shohei Ohtani.
That's right.
I mean, I just sat there with my mouth open watching this guy. That home run, I don't think I've ever seen a longer home run at Dodger Stadium.
No, I mean, Willie Stargell's the only other guy that hit it out. I didn't see it. I'm going to guess you didn't either. And I guess there's no video of that. Supposedly, there's like a plaque there. It's like the Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game. There's not a lot of there's no video of it, but it happened. I don't think there's video of it.
I don't know, but if you can hit it over the roof of the pavilions in the outfield, that's a shot. And what's the line from Bull Durham? A ball traveling that far needs a flight plan.
Yeah, should have a flight attendant. Yeah.
Golly. And then 10 strikeouts. I mean, we're watching something amazing. I was there. I went and saw Fernando pitch and Fernando Mania, but this is off the charts. Yeah. It really is.
The word is different, man. The word is different. I have yet to find a word that satisfies me better than just different for him.
You know, his home runs sound different, don't they?
Yep.
I mean, when he hits it, it's gone. It sounds like no other home run I've heard. The man just puts the wood on the ball, and he's amazing. Now on to the World Series. Have you heard Weird Al Yankovic's song, Canadian Idiot?
I have not.
So it's to the tune of American Idiot.
I want to be a Canadian idiot.
Yeah, and he says, don't want to be a beer-swilling hockey nut.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the beer-swilling hockey nuts are going to be enough to overcome the Los Angeles Dodgers. I think this is just a juggernaut right now, and they've found their pitching, they found their groove, and I don't know that they're going to sweep Toronto because Toronto can smash the ball. But I don't know if they're going to get the kind of hitting that they've had all year against Dodger pitching. This is something special. I think these guys are locked in. And I just love Dave Roberts. I think he's a great manager. And my final thoughts are, if you want to be lazy and you want to profit off revenue sharing, you can do that as an owner in Major League Baseball, or you can go out and do what the Dodgers did. And I can't believe that people want to criticize them for being innovative and saying, hey, here's what we can do. And if you don't want to have the type of contract that Shohei had, then all the owners can get together and say you can't do that anymore.
That's
you
right.
can't, backload contracts.
Well, but it would never
and you
been
can't
done
do that.
before, right? So there's a lot of times you don't see something coming. Like, nobody was ever going to say before the tush push, hey, the tush push is illegal. But now all of a sudden it's done, and you're like, oh, wow, okay, we want to get rid of that. Nobody had ever done this before, and now that it's out there and people find it to be somewhat to be an advantage that other teams can't do it. Now, now maybe they can do something about it. Now, this will always have to be grandfathered in. You're not going to be able to do anything about this particular contract, but moving forward, I imagine there'll be some conversation about it.
Yeah. Have you seen the videos of Eck riding around in the lowriders?
No.
Something else, man. This guy's a keeper. Whatever we have to do to keep Coach Eck, we just have to do it. This guy is just locked into this community like nobody I've ever seen for Lobo football.
All right, man. Enjoy the week.
Thank you.
505-246-0610. I got a bunch on Lobo football from you and college football overall. If you want to continue to get in on the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, you're welcome to do that. We're here for that. We really haven't gotten into the Lions and Bucks last night, nor the Seahawks and the Texans. We can go there as well. I so many places to go. I thought this was going to be a fun show. I did. This is such a great time of year. And the sports equinox kind of hits now with NBA opening day today. Hockey's going. Baseball's in the World Series. We're in the middle of college football in the NFL season. It all hits right now. Like we're in the ultra time of sports. And so I thought today would be really fun. And it's a fun time to be doing what we're doing and you participating. So keep them coming. Area code 505-246-0610. How to get here today. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Hey, you got a friend, you got neighbors who got that yard that you got a little yard envy about? We all do. And so there's some beautiful landscapes out there. You can have one as well. Call LaBarge Landscape. I do. I'm stoked. They came out and they took care of my front yard and my backyard. Both had gotten away from me. My sprinkler system wasn't working. My grass was dying in the back. My grass is now plush. My yard looks great. I love pulling up to the house. It looks different. Neighbors have noticed. LaBarge Landscape did that for me. You're thinking I want to do something too, but if you're thinking it's now fall, you want to wait till spring, I'm going to tell you it's a bad decision to wait. I'm going to tell you why. If you wait till spring, you get on a list, and by the time you get your project done, over half of next summer will be gone. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Have it done now so when spring arrives, you do not have to wait. If you know what you want it to look like a certain, you got it. I know what I want. I got a picture in my mind. They're going to make it happen. If you're not sure what you want, you want something different with the space, they'll send their design team out, and you're going to get the landscape of your dreams. They've been doing it in this market for over 32 years. They're licensed. They're bonded. They're insured. They are terrific. They are spectacular. I couldn't have been happier. You're going to get years of enjoyment from a landscape transformation. You will love this. Remember, the people who enjoy a new landscape in the spring are the people who call LaBarge Landscape now. And if you just want to clean up during the fall, leaf cleanup, pruning of shrubs, LaBarge Landscape will do that as well. Call LaBarge, 505-345-3000. You can go online. Go to labargelandscape.net, LABARGE. You'll see their work, and then you're going to want them out. 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
That's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
And if they're talking about Shohei's contract, like DC just said, I mean, the Dodgers are making all the interest on them. You know, you put away that money, they've already made it back. You put it away, it's all paid for itself. Plus the guys selling tickets and selling sponsorships and selling jerseys and helping you win. I think that's supposed to be the core of this whole post. All right, 505-246-0610. This has been interesting. Really, really interesting. Who you like, Dodgers or Blue Jays for the World Series? Who's got the edge? Dodgers can pitch. I think they can hit. Blue Jays can hit. I think they can pitch. This one's going to be an interesting, fun one. I'll hit these in a bit. I got a bunch more. Just more on the Dodgers from John. Good morning, fellas. Now the Dodgers are once again headed to another World Series, I'm noticing quite an abundance of people wearing L.A. Dodger gear around the big city, caps, shirts, etc. I didn't realize there's a lot of Dodger fans here. Yeah. John, it's always been a Dodger town. Since the 70s, there's been a Dodger town. They had the Dukes were always a Dodger-affiliated town. The Isotopes were for a minute. There's always been a Dodger fan. A lot of LA people moved here from there. Yeah, no, this has always been a Dodger fan. Dodgers, Cowboys, Lakers, would you say? And Notre Dame. As far as the out-of-town stuff. Cowboys, Dodgers, Notre Dame, right? And then Lakers-ish?
Yeah. It's kind of one of those everything markets that
it's a catch-all.
Kind of sways to the national brands.
No, but that shouldn't
the
surprise
Dodgers,
you.
Yeah, of course, there's a huge connection.
Yeah, that one should surprise. All right, I got some Lobo football stuff, and then we'll get into the NFL at the top of the hour here when we get back. Dan's all upset about the TV post time last week again. Jeffrey, Juan Jose, if your TV partners present you with a 7:45 post time, you see the prior game tips at 5, unless it's Air Force and Navy, who want to pack the football and bleed the clock and send it back to the South Tribe. Yeah, except for you've given them the rights, you've signed away the rights, you don't have that option. Mike says, did we talk about Jay Norvell yesterday, Jeff? We did. The Colorado State coach getting fired. I saw X name up for that job, too, in one of the stories coming out of Denver. His X name is on every job open. It feels like, except for maybe Penn State.
Florida?
Yeah, I haven't seen him on Florida yet. Carl says, is UNLV resting Jeff with the week off? I'm sure the Rebels wouldn't mind seeing the Lobo football go 3 or 4 overtimes. With what I saw last week, I'm taking Bronco Mercenary in the 2.5. Utah State 2.5 over the Lobos as of right. Is that right? Or was it the other way around? You getting 2.5? Who's favored in this? Missouri State's favored over the Aggies. You know that. It is New Mexico favored by 2.5 over Utah State. So he's taking Bronco Mercenary at the 2.5. Gopher says Nevada beats Lobo football if they don't panic and go for fourth deep in their own territory to begin the second half. Yeah, but they did and they didn't. All right, we'll get into Monday Night Football. We get back. Lions, big win over the Buccaneers. That's a big win for them. Seahawks continue to roll. You got them in your top 5. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Thank you for finding us on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Hour.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride barbecue chicken and ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain.
KNML, the sports animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land. What comes that? Oh, wait, I know. The dude who sings it at the is it the Maple Leafs game, which is their big deep voice opera singing "Oh Canada" guy, or maybe that's at the Blackhawks game. Did he say? I don't know. Anyway, that guy's good. Oh Canada, you got a World Series coming your way. 4-3 Blue Jays over the M's yesterday. George Springer hit the Oh Canada shot. We had Monday Night Football last night ×2. Jahmyr Gibbs, if you had fantasy football with Jahmyr Gibbs, you are stoked. If you played against Jahmyr Gibbs, you went, what the bleep is going on? And then the Seahawks last night with a win over the Texans. It's the opening drive. JJ Buck is him. I am merely Jeff Symbieta. Lots to do today. 505-246-0610. We got another hour to go. It's been good correspondence and good contributions from you all. JJ, which game stood out to you last night on the football side?
They were similar of how they played out. I think Houston is a team that has some warts, and we knew that coming in. They're struggling to run the football. The defense is very competitive, but C.J. Stroud, I think, has been a little underwhelming in the passing game this season. And Seattle has asserted themselves, I think, as a strong playoff team, as a team that can win multiple ways. They can look really good offensively at times, but they can just grind you out. And I know Tampa Bay is beat up, injuries offensively, but the Detroit Lions, to me, are still a team that I'd put in a different tier in the NFC. So I think Tampa Bay and Seattle are strong teams, could win a playoff game or two, absolutely be right there. But I do think like Detroit, the Rams are teams that have a higher ceiling and extra gear.
So to me, the answer is the Lions beating the Bucks because I tend to lean your way on the Lions, but I think it's also who they beat. Right? They beat a Buccaneers team who was rolling, that a lot of people, including me, had their quarterback as the leading candidate for MVP going into the week. They were a 5-1 team, and they handled it. I didn't think the Lions just beat them. I thought the Lions handled it. They held Baker Mayfield to 210 yards passing, and he threw the ball 50 freaking times. They had 41 yards rushing, did Tampa Bay. Now, look, they're down. Ibuka is hurt. He played. Mike Evans came back from a hamstring and got knocked into next month. Collarbone and a concussion on that. Mike Evans is out for what they're saying is most of the season, which is a bummer for them and for him. And that's it probably for him right there because he's got no more money left with them.
Yeah, it could be. I think Mike Evans type of player that you could see rework a deal so we can play his last year or two healthy in Tampa Bay.
Maybe. Yeah, it depends what he wants. But Ibuka takes over there. Who do you elevate there, by the way? Is it Sean Tucker? Who's getting it? Sterling Shepard's going to get those looks. Who do you? Is it the tight end?
There's
is
not
it Cade Otton?
Cade Otton becomes a solid tight end in fantasy football. I think, and then I think it's a committee approach. Tez Johnson is going to get some of those deep shots downfield. Sterling Shepard will work in. I don't think there's we saw it, of course, over this time, right? It's Emeka Ibuka is the dude, the number one, and there's not necessarily someone that can soak up the Mike Evans role at all.
Yeah, I think this was a bigger win. And boy, Jahmyr Gibbs was terrific. He carried the ball 17 times for 136 yards, 78 on now. I don't know who I think the best team in the NFC is. I really don't. Now, I don't know who I think the best team in the NFC is. I really don't. I don't know if I think it's the Eagles. I don't know if I think it's the Packers. I don't know if I think it's the Lions. The Tampa Bay is still in that hunt. I'm not sure I'm ready to throw the Rams in there yet, but I don't know that I can't include them. The Niners have to be in that. Oh, and by the way, Seattle's tied with both the Rams and the Niners. So that leads me to Seattle. What was Seattle last night? How big was that? Well, it was really big, right? It was, to me, they took care of business. Very, very quietly. They're 5-2. nobody really is talking about that, singing their praises. Their losses, they opened that tough loss where crazy weird game that they lose the opener to the 49ers. And they lose a shootout to the Buccaneers where they gave the ball away. That was a Sam Darnold interception that went off a defender's helmet, right? I look at what they're doing, and I look at how Sam Darnold's playing. And he's everything they need. He's control. I told you when they made the trade, I thought they upgraded from Geno Smith. Now, did they upgrade from the production that they were getting from Geno Smith last year? I think it's more steady, although Geno Smith put up great numbers last year. What Geno Smith is now is a whole nother conversation. But Sam Darnold, 17 for 31, 213, a touchdown interception. They were controlled. He's got a guy who's leading the NFL in receptions and in yardage in Jackson Smith and Jigba. And their defense is really, really nice. Seattle's the quietest, really good team in the NFL, to me. Now, maybe you can tell me Indianapolis is, but there's 6-1 people are starting to take it.
Yeah, it's, man, the NFC right now, 2-7.
Yeah.
They're all 5-2 teams.
Who's won? Who's number one in the NFC?
Packers, thanks to the tie.
Well, standing wise.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Do you think they're the best team in the NFC?
No.
Who do you think is? Because I don't know who I think the best team in the NFC is.
I think the Rams and Lions are teams I have a higher ceiling.
How do you not put the Eagles up there, right?
I think the Eagles would be 3 that case. And then I would say flavor of the week with the rest, with Green Bay, San Francisco, Seattle, and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, to your point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 teams at 5-2 and 1 at 4-1-1. I mean, those are your 7 playoff teams right now. Now the Bears are right there, knocking on the door. Carolina, realistically, is 1 game back. I don't think the playoffs are set yet, but there's teams that have really separated themselves. No, I've had a huge win for both those teams last night. I give a bigger win to the Lions because of who they beat and what it means. They played a better team. I think, look, Houston to me is scuffling. I'm going to tell you, I think they're one of the most disappointing teams in the National Football League. I mean, the most disappointing teams, obviously, is Baltimore. But do you give them a pass because Lamar Jackson's been out? I mean, I don't know. If you get a pass in the NFL, they're 1-5. They're 1-5.
Because Lamar Jackson wasn't out the first few weeks of the season.
No, they were 1-3 with him, right? Arizona, I would say, is disappointing at 2-5. Kyler's been out, but they've lost 4 straight 1-possession. But to me, the most disappointing would have to be Baltimore. And the most surprising has got to be Indianapolis. I don't even think that's arguable, is it? What Daniel Jones has become. And again, I'll sit here, and when I tell you this is in the moment. Okay, this is not me saying this who will win it. This is not who I think is going to be there at the end. I told you I thought Baker Mayfield was in line to be MVP, and he's still in the conversation. I can't believe this is going to come out of my mouth. I got to believe Daniel Jones has to be in the conversation. As we sit here after 7 weeks, I do believe Daniel Jones has to be in the conversation. You're gonna give me stats, and you're gonna show me who overwhelms him in stats, and that's really, really cool. What's the difference on that team from this year to last year?
Daniel Jones.
For the most
Yeah,
part.
if you're going to say Baker Mayfield is a candidate for MVP, of course Daniel Jones is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I get where stats are, and he's not blowing your socks off. Let me give you the stat that matters. 6 wins, 1 loss. And their 1 loss, they gave away a game when a guy dropped the ball going in for a touchdown in Los Angeles. They lose to the Rams 27-20, and Adonai Mitchell dropped the ball before the goal.
And they got it back when the Broncos gave them a game.
And they got it back when the Broncos gave them a game on that penalty on the field goal. And they got a second chance. So things even out. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. And let me give you another name that's after 7 weeks. You better throw in there for MVP consideration. And I don't know if the fatigue's going to be there because he hadn't won it in the last year. May I offer you up Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. The quarterbacks are always the ones we're going to be focused on first.
Well, and Jonathan Taylor's going to be up there.
10 rushing touchdowns in the league in rushing.
Yep.
And the Colts are the highest scoring team in the NFL.
Yep. No, John. Let me give you. I'll give you some candidates right now. If you want to go off the board and non-quarterback, Jonathan Taylor, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Those would be my two leaders, and you might even want to throw Jahmyr Gibbs in there. And your quarterbacks, pick your order. It's Mahomes, it's Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, and dare I say Matthew Stafford after that 5-touchdown performance the other day. So your leading passer in yardage, and look, Justin Herbert had a day coming from behind the other day, is Justin Herbert. Who would have thought a Jim Harbaugh, Justin Herbert would be leading the league in passing yards, but that's how that is. And then it's Dak, and then Stafford, Mahomes, and Daniel Jones. It's just how you have it. All right, 505-246-0610. I'll go to the phones when we get back. Keep them coming, 505-246-0610. We'll go through some of the injury stuff that came out of the weekend. Still got a lot to do on the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. And the NBA starts tonight. Opening night in the National Basketball Association. Lakers, Warriors on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Hour.
NFL.
And they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell,
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up, cause that's your birthday. You'll find me in the club.
Glad you cleaned it up. Glad you cleaned it up. Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 6. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Well, good day. You know, the birds are singing and the bears are gathering, foliage for their slumber. And today's a great day. All this talk about MVP, I know who my MVP is today. A gentleman that always leads with being kind, loving, caring, and sharing consistently. And in our parabolic friendship, Jeff.
What does that word mean, parabolic? I used to hold a parabolic microphone on the side, working for ESPN, making $75 a game back in the day. It was called the parabolic mic. Captured all that field sound. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, but I wanted to state happy blessed birthday.
Thank you.
You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I don't think you fully comprehend the force multiplier you are in this community with just bringing goodness. And I know you get nasty texts. You know that segment on the Jimmy, I forget what show it is, when they read mean texts? It's so awesome when celebrities get bad texts and they read them just for fodder. But the impact that you make in this community knows no bounds. And you always lead with grace and goodness and levity. And I'm a big fan, as you well know. So, yeah, it's actually great. Hey, so my son's visiting from Austin, and one of his buddies got married this weekend. And we're watching that Chaos Fest last night with the late game. By the way, I love that they do 2 games on Monday. And I think the NFL is eventually going to move into Tuesday night as well.
Yeah, I like it, too. I know a lot of people hate it. I kind of like it, too.
Yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, that Chaos Fest, after I criticize the officials because they can never get a spot right on the sideline, it boggles my mind. Just put a dang chip in the ball. Nate Jones, the official that protected the receiver, I said, is that the... So my buddy in Dallas, he's pretty connected, right? So we go to the Star, and there's 5-star restaurants. Not Hooters or Cheesecake Factory, which I got to run down to Costco and get you some gift cards today.
Yeah, I had Cheesecake Factory last night. It was damn good, by the way.
Yeah, so Nate Jones played for the Patriots, and my buddy knows him. So we all go to steak dinner. I think I might have even picked up the bill that night. And he's such a gentleman, the official that protected the receiver. He played DB for the Patriots. I think he went to Ohio State, if I'm not mistaken. And he told great stories of Belichick and Brady, and such a nice guy. And I think he's about 7 years in as an NFL official. So it was nice to kind of see him, but good little story there. I was going to say, I think I shared this with you. When you watch the games on on Thursday night on Amazon, I think I sent this to you. If you hit your down button, and there's 3 small screens that come up, you can go to Advanced Analytics. It's a small screen on the right.
Parabolic?
And you could, yeah, it's somewhat parabolic.
Yeah.
And you could watch the game from the perspective behind the quarterback and see how the plays unfold. And I think it's a prelude to the NFL, what they're going to do. And I think the company I work for is working on some of the technology where they're going to shoot the game from multiple vantage points, and the viewer is going to be able to select how they watch the game, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
So, yeah, I think we're a couple of years out from that coming into fruition. But, I think just an overall a fun atmosphere last night. And the NBA season, LeBron's going to average 25. And you know where LeBron is right now? I shared this with you. Right now, the 20-year 21 or 22, he's Pete Karl Malone. Now, they're not going to win the championship. I think Dallas is going to win it. But LeBron's going to go out there and give you 22 to 25 points and 7 rebounds, and that's essentially Pete Karl Malone. And I think LeBron should just play in the post and forget trying to handle the ball anymore, and don't play any defense. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun NBA season, and I think we're going to see Wembanyama kind of start to kind of take over the league if he stays healthy.
So you got Houston to win the whole thing? Is that what you said?
I think Dallas is going to win the championship. That Cooper Flag, that guy is just going to be transcendent, and they're loaded, the Dallas Mavericks. But we'll see how it all breaks down. Hey, enjoy your day, Jeff, with many more, and I hope it's the best year for you this year. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, 505-246-0610. Who do you got? Like who's your preseason NBA champ?
I don't think it's Dallas. I think Cooper Flag's good, but for a rookie to be a number 2 on a championship team, I don't think we see that with the talent in the league. Because who's the number 1? Is it Anthony Davis? Or is Cooper Flag that good? Or he's a number
Anthony
1?
Davis, but you don't trust him to be healthy, right?
I believe Dallas is going to be competitive. But we're talking, that's not even LeBron James coming in was one of the best rookies we've seen, and he didn't do that. I didn't have an Anthony Davis with him.
No. Is Kyrie coming back at the end of the year? Is he out?
Maybe.
Who?
I don't expect Kyrie to be one of those players that
Well, if he comes
will push
back,
it to come back. No.
What if I would have a different feeling if, in fact, I believe that, or he believes that they're going to be contending for a chance. Right? What if they're the 2-seed, in I don't know, let's say early March, and he's getting close to being ready to play?
I think that would change things, but Dallas, I don't think they're going to be the 2 seed.
Okay.
You got Oklahoma City, Houston,
I
the
love
Denver
the
Nuggets,
Houston. Yeah.
Minnesota,
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors,
Yeah.
LA Clippers. If they win regular season games.
Yeah, they win a lot of regular season games. So you said Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
I like Minnesota a lot. Dallas, New Orleans. I'm not New Orleans. Memphis interests me, although I don't trust them. Oklahoma City's still got to be the favorite, don't they?
They're the odds-on favorite, yeah.
I mean,
going into the season.
And their roster, did they make any significant changes?
No, but they also didn't lose anybody.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Any significant changes? So they are the defending champs, and they have basically everybody back, correct?
They have everyone back.
Healthy and a year more developed in regards to the younger guys. I got to believe it's them in Houston, no? Now, Houston loses Van Vliet, which I think is significant. But I got Kevin Durant there. I got all those young guys. What they do in the draft?
The number 2 team should be the Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
Here's the
they
draft.
made a sign yesterday, right? Didn't they sign somebody?
They gave Christian Braun an extension.
Christian Braun.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the teams atop the Western Conference. I think Cooper Flag is going to be impactful.
Yes.
But there's no rookie that is changing the fortune of a franchise to say, hey, they're going to win the conference or even make a playoff team that much better. Like Cooper Flag would be the only one.
I'm going to argue with you that I think he can. I think he can make that much of a difference. Not immediately, and so let's play this out too. Understanding he's in his 3rd year now. At what point is San Antonio a threat?
Right now.
Don't they have to be? Right? And what did they do in the draft? I mean, I'm looking at their roster. I'm like, I'm pretty impressed. And they got the guy who I think is going to be the future of this league.
Well, they got Dylan Harper in the draft, but again, these dudes are not going to be that. For them, it's De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama, Steven Castle, who's second-year guy.
All right, so what are they, a 6th seed?
Yeah, that could be a team that is competing for a bye.
Who's got a higher seed, them or the Lakers? I mean, I got Luka Doncic there, right? And I believe it's his team. I'm starting out with a injured LeBron. Now, LeBron's going to play. Who is he? But you're going to tell me, I'm laugh at me now. Let's have this conversation in February. I believe DeAndre Ayton makes a difference for the Lakers. Okay? I do. I think he makes a difference for the Lakers in a positive way. I think he gives them a big man. He's not a great defender, but I think he gives them a big man. Hachimura, LeBron James. It's going to be interesting to see if they let Dalton Connect be part of this rotation and score for them. Austin Reeves is there. I love the addition of Marcus Smart. It's just toughness for them. Vanderbilt's healthy. Gabe Vincent's giving them great minutes. Like, they're an interesting roster. Do I think they're 1, 2, 3? I do not. But I also believe that Luka Doncic can be magical at times. And they may be a year or two away. But are they a 4, 5, 6 contender seed? Yeah, that's what I think they are, don't you?
I'm sorry, who?
The Lakers.
They're not. They're now. They're not a year away from anything. It's got to be now.
You think they're a contender for a championship right now?
Why would they be 2-3 years away? Who's developing that?
Because I think LeBron's going to go, and I think they're going to fill some gaps. They're going to be able to use some of that money to get younger, to get different. I do believe this is LeBron's last year now. I don't think it's his last year in the league. I do believe it's.
Yeah, I think 5, 6, 7. It's the Lakers, San Antonio, Dallas. Dallas is going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
And we're going to look at the West and be like, oh, wow.
Where's Golden State?
Like, there's going to be teams that are 7, 8, 9 that you think are pretty good.
Yeah, where's Golden State? I mean, slot
right
them
there?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. All right, NBA starts tonight. If you're into that, I mean, there you go. Hoop, there it is. You got footy tonight, Conference USA. Aggies play tomorrow. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff@sportsanimallabq.com and JJ@sportsanimallabq.com. Hey, Raider fan, is there help on the way for you? You need some. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Check out
The question is,
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cash.
505 246 0610. All right, Raider fan. You got beat 31 bagel, and it wasn't even that close by Kansas City. So is help on the way? Pete Carroll's your head coach. You said that tight end Brock Bowers and receiver Jacoby Myers should be back after the bye week. They play the Jaguars November 2. Both players missed out in the 31-0 fun. Bowers missed 3 games with a knee injury. He said that Myers has a knee and toe injury. He was close to playing against Kansas City, 29 catches this year. And also Max Crosby is expected to go against Jacksonville. He had a back injury. What are the odds Jacoby Myers is traded before they play on November 2? He feels like at the top of the trade list for a team who needs a receiver, Tampa Bay. Doesn't he? Guy who asked for a trade before, who's been successful, who back end of a deal.
45%.
Okay. I think that's significant. I find that to be significant. Okay. Bruce says, I can't wait for next Tony the Tiger next Tuesday. Jeff, my head says take NMSU in the points, but my heart wants the Bears so you can get 10 minutes of excuses from Tony. What coach doesn't give you explanations that you interpret as excuses when they lose? He explained what they did wrong. I don't know. Did you find Tony to give you excuses today? Tony Sanchez was with us at 7. Yeah, I didn't find it. He said, yeah, we messed up on special teams.
Turned it over, and then defense collapsed on a final drive.
By the way, I thought that was an interesting response on because I asked him, what was the difference? Did you do something different on offense, on the last drive? And he said they just threw a lot of stuff to the sidelines that we didn't cover. And then they sped it up after they hit 2 minutes. They got inside, and they just executed. But it was really interesting because that was a defense that I thought was really, really good for. I mean, they held them to 290 or 200 yards until that final drive. Aggies play tomorrow. Carl's in on Jack Lane, Lobo quarterback. Jeff, OD callers like Marty #1 are trying to blame Jack, but the blame needs to go to the D that made a true freshman quarterback. As the announcers repeatedly told us, 6th and 7th string wide receivers look like All-American candidates. What are we blaming him for? A win? I mean, honestly,
there were a lot of completions. That quarterback threw for 202 yards. Didn't have a pass over 24 yards. Like, this was not a Hawaii situation last year. Like, yeah, the completion percentage was high, but if you take a step back and look at it, they didn't do anything with those completions.
Where Mike Alejado went for 500 yards or whatever the hell it was in his debut at Hawaii. I'm going to lean on you, Carl. What are we blaming him for? They won the freaking game, didn't they? I get it. They didn't cover. If you bet, you lost. Sorry. Part of betting. Since when, and maybe you get to this point, and I think it's going to be wonderful when you realistically do. Since when is this program, and I don't mean to be a jerk here, I don't. But I say this with respect, but yet realism, whatever. Since when is this program good enough to complain about winning by 2 points?
You don't need to complain about winning by only 2 points, but I do think there's a conversation to be had because you have to embrace the moment. This can't be, oh, you've never been this, so slow your roll and don't raise expectations. This team could have 80 new players next season. Mm-hmm. There's no, oh, you've never been here, so let's build. No, it's now or never.
Okay, and so if you're telling me could they be better with a quarterback, to me that's a different conversation than blame needs to go. What are we blaming it for? Winning?
Yeah. I think that there's limitations to the offense that if they continue to work in Lobstein with the run game, I would like to see that. Like, I think that's a fair conversation to have moving forward about the offense as opposed to being upset about a win. Not at all.
We're not coming out. They only beat Nevada by 2. I'm not going to go out and go to Bronco hate week, which that's you guys are calling me, not me. And by the way, give me a more or less number that makes you think attendance this week. I mean, if I gave you 21,100, you go more or less. Kind of my number. And I might go less as we sit here right now. I mean, from what I understand, there's not a ton of tickets out.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, Global basketball plays on Saturday.
And that should have zero impact
100%.
Going to a football game at 1 o'clock when they're playing in Pullman.
That's right. On a net stream that you're going to complain about it. Yeah. This one says, where the hell did it go? Have we talked about JJ's heater? Jeff, apparently his picks are tearing up the vote show. You talking about your picks on Brandon's show in the afternoon? How good you are? You bragging a little bit? I mean,
no, we do chicken picking. We do college football games on Fridays over there.
You killing it?
That's a little different. We just do winners as opposed to trying to keep track of. We pick like 10 games a weekend. So.
Okay. I mean, losers don't count.
We just do money line.
What are you, 14-4 or something silly like this? On the 3-point? I mean, something bonkers.
15-6.
15-6. Yeah, I mean, no, you're
not
killing
a good weekend.
You were 2-1, right, or 1-2? I guess you won't 1-2. All right, Golden State and Los Angeles tonight. Lakers, no LeBron, no Austin Reeves. DeAndre Ayton is there. The Warriors were really good after the Jimmy Butler trade, so you're going to get that tonight. Houston and Oklahoma City if you're watching the NBA tonight. So I look, NBA is an interesting one for a lot of people. Man, some people don't click until Christmas. Some people don't click until after college basketball's over, and some people click right away. Wherever it is, you got that tonight. So you can get in on that. Hey, how long? What happens first? Tua gets benched or Mike McDaniels gets fired? Who's the backup
there? Mike McDaniels gets fired.
Okay, fair. Mike McDaniels is still the coach. Tua is still the quarterback. After they got beat, and they got run by the Browns the other day, 31-6, Mike McDaniels, the head coach, said everything is on the table. He was asked about changes after what he called a very, very humbling loss. They're 1-6. Quarterback change for Week 8 against the Falcons isn't off the table. Quote, McDaniel, he's going to take the snaps this week. He's going to be our starter this week. My expectation is that we don't throw 10 picks. That's a hell of an expectation. What do you think? Hey, if we don't turn it over 10 times, I think we're doing pretty good. Like, he's dead man walking. It's Quinn Ewers and Zach Wilson. That's what your options are in Miami. And Quinn Ewers is listed ahead of Zach Wilson, which is...
That's who came in and mop-up duty last weekend.
Are they? When do they get to play the damn Jets? That's what I want to know. Because somebody's got to win a game. Don't they? Did they already play the Miami's got to play the Jets, don't they? I know they do. They play them December 7th. They already played them. Oh yeah, 27-21. They beat the Jets on September 29th. They get them again December 7th up in New York, or New Jersey. I mean, who's the worst team in the NFL? It's got to be one of those two, doesn't it? Saints at least look competitive every week with Spencer Rattler. The Saints are lose every week by 6. And the spread's 4.5. And for the most part, the Saints are in games. All right, we'll wrap it when we get back. Everything you got to know as you go through whatever day today is. It's Tuesday. 505-246-0610 emails. And Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. And JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Hey, October is National Dessert Month. Twin Peaks is serving up sweet endings all month long. Guests can indulge in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce. You can dive into the Twin Peaks Sundae Vanilla Ice Cream over a warm Ghirardelli brownie. And if you're looking to level it up, you compare dessert with a Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey for the ultimate finish. So whether it's game day, date night, or just a craving for something sweet, Twin Peaks has the perfect treat. Celebrate National Dessert Month at Twin Peaks. And where else would you want to be on Halloween week? They're having a bash from the 28th through the 30th next week. Spooky season reaches its peak at Twin Peaks. It's their annual Halloween costume party, October 28th through Halloween night. You can enjoy king-size specials, themed cocktails, and the Twin Peaks girls in their most scandalous costumes. It's the wildest party in town where scenic views meet spooky vibes. Get in there for the costumes, stay for the giveaways, and celebrate Halloween Twin Peaks style. So whether you're kicking off the weekend, closing out October, Twin Peaks is the place to be. No tricks, just treats, and it's only at Twin Peaks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
There's Game 7 last night up in Toronto, Canada. I believe the province to be Ontario. 4-3, George Springer hit a home run in the 7th inning. 3-run shot to give the Blue Jays the difference. That will be one of the biggest all-time moments in the history of Toronto sports. Lions beat the Buccaneers on Monday Night Football last night, 24-9. Jahmyr Gibbs, 136 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing. He caught 3 passes for 82 yards. Lions are 5-2, Bucks are 5-2. Seahawks were winners also last night in Seattle, 27-19 over the Texans. Sam Darnold threw for a touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 catches, 123 yards. And then this story is going to be, JJ, I don't know what to make of this. The Doug Martin story, the former Boise State running back, the former Buccaneers running back who died 2 days ago. Is that when it was? So it comes out he died. He was 36 years old. Former All-Pro running back with Tampa Bay. He was a terrific running back with Boise State. So he died, and we didn't know what happened. And then the story came out yesterday. He died in police custody. Early Saturday morning, there was an incident at a home in Oakland. The police in Oakland reported that officers responded to a break-in call at 4:15 in the morning. And their statement says, quote, prior to his death, Martin was involved in a break-in at a residence in Oakland. While responding, officers were attempting to detain him. A brief struggle occurred. After being taken into custody, Martin became unresponsive. Paramedics responded to the scene, provided medical aid, and transported Martin to a local hospital where he later died. I mean, dude, his agency, the agency that represented him, it's called Athletes First, put out a release that said, this was last night, said Doug Martin battled mental health challenges that profoundly impacted his personal and professional life. End quote. More from the quote from his agency, and I hadn't seen this until this morning. It said Doug's parents were actively seeking medical assistance for him and had contacted local authorities for support. Feeling overwhelmed and disoriented, Doug fled his home during the night and entered a neighbor's residence 2 doors down, where he was taken into custody by police. An investigation into what transpired as he was detained is underway. I mean, this just sounds horrible. Every piece of this sounds horrible. And we don't know the whole thing. what happened when the officers got there. What was the episode? I mean, all we know is Doug Martin's dead. I didn't know Doug Martin. I never met Doug Martin. But man, it's 36 years old and passed. So that story's out there, and I know people are going to be talking about that as well. All right. I got more on the email machine. This one's from Ron. Ron says Ron has receipts. He says, Jeff, there were actually Lobo fans telling me after the New Mexico State game that it was time to expand University Stadium to 43,000. I'm going to start calling them out on that social media thing. You go ahead. I don't believe that there were a lot of people that were calling that for that. 30, 33 is the right number, right? It's kind of what Colorado State did, San Diego State did, but 30 to 33, nicer, more user-friendly, more modern, more restrooms, more points of contact, more points of entry. That's the answer. 45, you don't need that. Nobody's yelling we need 45,000.
No, I would say I was impressed with what UNM was able to do in a short amount of time. Now, they didn't have it tested because the crowd was nowhere near it was for New Mexico State, but the signage leading up to the stadium
last week
much improved across the board. There's plenty of signs of what lane to be in, where it goes parking-wise. I saw more presence at multiple intersections of just police service aids for traffic. They revamped kind of the Wi-Fi near the,
which is a big
ticketing thing
because everything's went up.
Yeah, so they did that, but of course didn't have the same pressure put on.
It's okay.
But they saw what happened, did what they needed to do.
All right, a couple of things. I'm going to just throw some random stuff at you. Cal Raleigh, who I believe will be the American League MVP. He's the Mariners catcher. After the game, called the season a failure. Seems harsh. If your goal is the World Series or to win it, and you fall short, I guess by definition it's a failure. It feels harsh because I thought the Mariners had a terrific season and that fan base was insanely juvenated. Was the Mariners season a failure? And does that mean that everybody but one team is a failure?
Yeah, that's the classic, if you're not a champion, you failed the Steinbrenner mindset.
Right. It's hard for me to get there for a team that's never been to the World Series, that was 8 outs away, to classify it as a failure. But I understand where it's coming from. I do. And this will come out today. Baker Mayfield, after the loss, wasn't happy with the officiating. They lose last night again to the Lions 24-9. This game was in Detroit. Quote, some plays could have had illegal contact down the field and some holding calls, but it's no excuse for the ones that were there. I should have hit them all. So it's a little give and take, but he was upset. Still pretty damn confused about the double review. A lot of things in that game that were a little questionable. When things I don't deem are fair, I'm going to let someone. I didn't watch that game. Like I told you, I was at dinner, somewhat peripherally watching that baseball. Did you watch that game close enough? Were there officiating issues there?
I think it was more of a credit to they got behind and thus the pass rush was coming. And Baker Mayfield was forced to drop back and throw it that many times in the game when you're putting the ball in the air. And that many times you're going to be thinking that there's a little bit more contact downfield.
Yeah, I got to watch the game and look at it a little closer. My initial reaction, bad luck. Come on, man. You're better than that. You lost the game. You're 5-2. You're still really good. You're going to be okay. I'm just not. I got to go back and look at it. All right, tomorrow Sean Ryder will be here. We'll do Ryder on the radio. It'll be game day for Aggie football. We'll have NBA to look back on, Lakers and Warriors. Thank you to Tony Sanchez, New Mexico State's football coach. He was with us today, the day before a game. Appreciate that. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show's after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas comes in at 4. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning. We will start at 7 a.m. Adrian, great work by you. Always looks great. Thank you. He is JJ Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing, and we will smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.